Have you ever caught yourself thinking that the grass is greener somewhere else? If your answer is yes, you're definitely not alone. In fact, a lot of people think this way. In 2024, the world reached a record high in international migration. Around 304 million people were living outside their country of birth. That's about 3.7% of the world's population, a number that shows just how connected and mobile our world has become, and how migration affects nearly every region on the planet. The scale and reasons behind each type of movement can vary widely, and each story carries unique challenges, hopes, and fears. People move in very different ways. Sometimes it's just one person, sometimes a family, and sometimes it's millions of people at once. When large numbers of people move together, we call this mass migration. It can completely reshape population patterns. So what forces millions of people to move at the same time? The most common reasons are war and political conflict, economic crises, environmental disasters or climate change, and government policies that lead to forced displacement. In these situations, migration isn't just a choice, it's a survival strategy, a way to protect oneself and one's family. If you are lucky enough to live in a safe environment, you may struggle to imagine the extreme stress of war zones. People in these places suddenly find themselves unsafe, with their family's survival at risk. So, in most cases, mass migration is not a choice, it is a necessity. The largest mass migration in modern history happened in 1947, during the partition of India and Pakistan, when roughly 18 million people were forced to leave their homes. Entire communities were uprooted overnight, their lives completely changed. And I can't help but think about the dangers they faced along the way. These human stories often get lost in numbers, but they are the heart of migration. More recently, in 2023, over 3 million immigrants arrived in the United States. And Turkey is among the countries hosting the highest number of refugees, with estimates ranging between 3.1 and 3.9 million people. These numbers remind us that migration is not just a historical event, it's happening now, shaping communities, economies, and individual lives in real time. On the other hand, individual migration works quite differently. It usually involves one person, a family, or a small group, and it's mostly voluntary. People move to reunite with family, to study, to build a career, or to find better job opportunities and higher wages. Here, the motivation is personal growth, exploration, and future planning, rather than sheer necessity. In this video, I'll be talking about how social media influences migration decisions today. Of course, social media does not directly cause migration on its own, but it definitely influences ideas and creates an idealized vision. Have you ever scrolled through Instagram and thought, life looks so much better there? That's exactly the kind of influence I am talking about. Firstly, the internet brings faraway lands to our homes. A lot of people watch travel channels and get informal information about new routes, visas, cheap flights, or dangers. It makes these places feel less mysterious. It can even make them seem more inviting, more reachable, and somehow safer than they might actually be. Online tools help people connect with those already living in destination countries, forming networks of support and practical guidance. It makes their adaptation period much easier. Many users post content showing successful or glamorous lives in other countries. Instagram photos of nice apartments, cars, or social events. TikTok videos imply an easier life abroad. Facebook or WhatsApp groups sharing positive stories. These portrayals can make migration appear not just easier, but more rewarding, exciting, and sometimes almost magical. Especially when people back home lack reliable, realistic information. These days, even in developed countries, there is political instability, rising crime, and economic difficulties, which make people consider leaving. And the dreamlike images built on social platforms make people think that everywhere else is somehow better than where they are, even if reality is more complex. Sometimes these images cause disappointment. Most people only share the good parts of their lives, they don't share the struggles. Some places are shown as a utopian vision with just one aspect of their culture, education, or health system. For example, you may be seeing clean and good hospital buildings with kind health workers, and on the other side, what you don't see is that there can be months of waiting for a screening or a specialist doctor appointment. Or you may be seeing professional teachers, shorter school days, but not noticing that the academic content and resources may be insufficient, making learning less effective. Beyond individual users, organised networks, including smugglers, also use social platforms strategically. This is something to be aware of before relying on online content. So, overall, there is a gap between selective stories and reality. It might be a good idea to do more research before being impressed by social media content. Cultural differences, personal values, and daily life challenges are often overlooked before moving. Being away from friends and family, a lack of social bonds, and adapting to a different culture can become quite problematic. The protests around the world show that living together is not always easy. In this video, I tried to explore migration from different angles. Share what you think about building a new life elsewhere and the reasons behind it. Is it worth it or not? Share your ideas in the comments section, and if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and join this maze by subscribing to my channel.